What is going on? Welcome back, guys, to Buying and Education in the Antiques Field. This one might be a little bit of a long segment, but I think you're going to enjoy it. Why? Because you're going to relate to it. It's what you are. It's who you are. It's what you're trying to become. And I want to get in there and shuffle it around some because I really think you need to know about this. There was a high school friend of mine who was a really, really good basketball player. And he was only about 5'8", 5'9", but he was such a good basketball player that everyone feared him. Everyone knew he was great. He went on to play college basketball, but his knees went bad. That's the whole story in a nutshell, except for the fact that the way he became a great basketball player is that he hurt himself when he was younger in junior high, and he had to go through rehabilitation. And it happened to be at a local YMCA where the college university was. And in turn, when he was going through the rehabilitation, he befriended some of the college guys who were going to school there working in the rehabilitation department. They played basketball, and they invited him to come play with them as he got better, as his knees got better. And so when he went, the next thing you know, you had a junior high kid playing with college boys, and wow, did he excel. It changed everything around him and gave him a new perspective on the way the game was played. He learned quickly, he caught on, because he stepped out of his comfort zone of playing with 7th and 8th graders and started playing not at the high school level, but at the college level. And it made him great. In high school, he was phenomenal to watch. And I want to apply that to the antiques world. Why do I want to apply it? Well, if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably seen me buy such things as Bohemian cut glass. Or, how about hand-painted porcelains? Ever seen me show you anything like this? Chinese, Japanese ware, Meissen porcelain. Oh my goodness, cast iron. Oh, Italian glass. One more. Staffordshire. Let's start with the Staffordshire. I never bought Staffordshire porcelain until maybe a year ago or so. Why? Something got in my psyche. I've seen it at every auction since, before that year, for all the years I've been going there, but something got to me and said, man, that stuff looks collectible, it looks kind of neat, maybe you ought to pay attention to it. That was all it was. I had sold it at auction before, I had passed it by at auctions before, I'd seen it in showcases at antique malls and shows, and suddenly, I start looking for it. And what happens when I look for it? I find it. First I found that pair of dogs. I told you I bought them for what? 50 bucks. I sold them to my friend for like 400. Hey, that was great. Next thing you know, I buy this pair of figures. And I've bought a few other pieces since. I bought some other dogs that are in my showcase at the mall. I bought these just the other week. They were in a showcase, and they were $40 a piece. The people didn't know what they were. I think I put, what, $175 on that guy? $145? So, there again, we gravitate to what we're looking for. I know all of you guys out there looking for electronics, like electronics. I know all of you guys that buy Bionicles or Legos or dolls, cars, car parts, Hot Wheels, whatever it is, you put yourself in there. Well, what if you changed your paradigm? What if you suddenly decided that, wait a minute, I don't want to sell the little car, I want to sell the big car. Wait a minute, I don't want to own the little car or little house, I want to own the big house. Wait a minute, I don't want to sell doll furniture, I want to sell Victorian furniture. What if you really worked on changing your psyche? I bet you would gravitate to what you wanted to know and what you wanted to learn. Bohemian cut glass. I bought my first piece 5 years ago, didn't touch it for many years until I left my job 2 years ago, and now I look for it everywhere, and I've probably bought half a dozen pieces in these last 2 years. Meissen porcelain, just started buying it. All this stuff. past few years. You know, it comes to me because I actually start looking for it and gravitating towards it. Just think about it. What could you do? What could you do if you took time to grow and expound your horizon? For me, it's art. Here's one more. See this little gouache? Bought it a couple days ago. The artist, I was at a high-end auction a year ago, and I saw that on the wall. I saw two paintings, and they brought $2,000 a piece, and I said, you know, I ought to remember that. They look a little different. The signature was really funky. And guess what? By chance, I stumbled onto two of them at an auction, and nobody else could read the signature but me. And I got them for nothing. You know, because I took the time to go sit at an auction, figure out something greater than myself, didn't even buy anything, just went to go and be a part of the things that were higher at a bigger level than I was, I'm soon able to adapt to it. Now, keep that in mind. Work on it. Think about what you want to study and learn. Go get books. Go spend time. Write down what it is you want to be a part of, and go find it. You know, and go put your money out there. I don't make money on all this stuff, but I do learn from time to time. And then when I do learn, I get to make a wise decision buying a great gouache from a well-listed Chicago artist. So, I hope this helps in buying an education, guys. Till we meet again, Case IE, keep a song in your heart.